Today we the Goliath streets brought to you by kindness. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be the change you want to see in the world. Shine your light, shine it bright. Never let anybody dim your light. Especially fucking chunts. I swear to God, them chuntses. We are live, yes. You want to watch Sven Strem? Then this is the place to watch the Sven Strem. Yes. This is where Sven Strem. Nobody else know about my Sven Strems. Yes. We might be lags. Are we lags or no? Are we lives or are we Strem? I cannot tell video. Very sugar or tango. Hello, David Luca. This is European name, yes. Luca. Fuck wall. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk. Where's my bars? I love when people come in here and expect me to not have bars, as if I can't just freestyle the greatest rhyme they've ever heard off the top of the dome at a moment's notice. Thank you, Lucid. What up, Max? I got you, Zayo. Let me get my headphones on so I can actually hear the beat. Hold on, let me get these headphones on. Why don't I hear anything? Can you guys hear the beat? Give me the borscht with iron brew. Whoa, are you Lithuanian? Oh, there's the bit. Every time I go live, people ask me if I'm that guy, and I tell them that I am. But some people still not do understand. My name is Sven, and I do not rate 1 through 10. I do 7. Do all Swedes go to heaven? Do all your needs be getting met when you're on the road, always filming a show? What do they want? It seems like Sven doesn't know. Wait, maybe he does, there's no debate that Sven is super great, no hate. And I might be a little late to my own strem, but that's okay, cause you are still my friend, yes? I think we're lagging. Matter of fact, I think I'm lacking passion. Could you imagine? All right, let's get started. Has too much sugar. Thank you, Master. We're here. What up, Tragedy? Tragedy. This stream is brought to you by Beauty in the Struggle. The David the Goliath stream is brought to you by kindness. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be the change you want to see in the world. Shine your light. Shine it bright. Never let anybody dim your light. What are we getting into tonight? I can tell you what I'm getting into. Way too much sugar and way too much sweat. Americans love red meat. I give this a 5 out of 7. Thank you, friend. Make sure to share the lives, like and subscribe. I am just nothing but a guy. How do you do? Sugar-free Baja Blast. Who knew? This is Mountain Dew. What's new with you? Hello, Julio. Shouts to Master Tragedy. Comedy, tragedy. What's your favorite of the two? You had to choose. There's an alarm clock. Will you hit snooze? When you read, do you peruse? Do you like Tom Cruise? Scientology, it's probably not a problem, but I think my shit froze. Lord knows. Are we even live? Is this a good use of your time? Well, thank you, burgers. You're so sweet. Have you tried Mountain Dew Baja Cabo Citrus? Cabo? I hear of Cabo San Lucas, but I did not know there was Cabo Citrus. We started trying out Foxhole last night. You guys ever play Foxhole? I was actually digging it, bro. I was kind of getting the hang of the aiming. What up, Justin? That seems like a pretty cool game. Shouts to my cousins, shouts to my friends, shouts to the fam, shouts to Byrie, shouts to the Chooms. Are we playing Cyberpunk today? I think we're gonna play a little bit of that, what's it called? Oblivion. You can do a video between American and European Nutella. Are they different? What up, Yenshi? Say my name. What's your name, dog? What are you, one of Destiny's children? Huh? He said, say my name, say my name. And I said, stay in your lane. Shouts to Wyatt Whitney. What a name, dude. I love an alliterative name. Have you played the DLC? We haven't beaten it yet, Justin. We're about to meet with Sochi or whatever. Somi. I love the European accent vids. We just dropped a new one, Nick. Go hit that like button. Be one of the first to comment. Oh, not Mo Denale. Do we have an Italian bot in the lobby already? Did you beat the DLC, Justin? Should we beat that today? I think maybe we should beat that today. What up, Mr. West? Big ups to Ireland. Big ups. We got Ireland, Alaska. Where else are people watching from right now? Are you owning that melatonin? Wild. Okay. What up, Nick? Shouts to the Rodriguez fam. Shouts to Alex Rodriguez. What up, Baron Van Housen? How's the castle this time of year? You sound like you live in a castle. Orlando in the house. Big ups. You ready to play GTA 6 in your backyard, in your neighborhood? The DLC is amazing. Yeah, dude, the whole Dogtown area is just utterly fantastic. They added so much good stuff to the game. A little bit of mutz, a little bit of brajol. My grandma never really made the brajol, I'm gonna be honest. We were, sausage and peppers. We always made the sausage and peppers. Shouts to melatonin. I don't take it anymore. I took it in college. Does it help you guys sleep? You be sleeping off the tonin? How you doing, Pharaoh? I don't take it anymore. I just, Oh, I'm owning the melatonin because of my blue light blockers. Now, this guy knows what's up. Dean understands. I'm a certain type of guy, the type of man who doesn't like blue lights in my eyes. Sun up to sunrise. I'm feeling a delicious glizzy right now from 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven has an underrated glizzy. I've always been more of a Costco glizzy guy. You go to Costco, get a couple francs. Who just did something? Somebody just did something. Yeah, a follow for Trooper Heinz. That's a good name right there, Trooper. Is that your real name? You sound like you were named by a millennial. Am I right? Maybe Gen X. All right, let's see. Freestyle Friday. It means we can play whatever, say whatever, make the cheddar, Bahama Mama hot dog at the gas station. Yes. Processed meats with nitrates, speedway glizzies till I die. Shouts to Kelso. I beg of you to make more Sven videos. Hey, you want to go be the first one to comment on the new one I just dropped 10 minutes ago? Go do it, especially because you're on YouTube, peggers. I would recommend you go be the first person to comment. Not a lot of people comment on YouTube, guys. We're trying to raise that, you want to do something for the Davy today. I'm speaking to the third person anyway. It's Freestyle Friday. Go follow on the Red app. The one that people are starting to watch more on their TV. It makes me want to make content for TV now. How you doing, Ethan? Big ups to all the Ethans. Does the Jack Boy perk. Playing through Deathloop right now. Deathloop is solid. I have it installed right now. That's an excellent game, Justin. Can you speak in the Sven voice for the rest of the live? I have done this before. I have done entire stream where I only use one character and I would do the filter and everything. But now we like to do this so that people can say, oh, wait, there's a person there. There is an actual human being. So I'll talk as Sven once in a while, but I start drifting back to my Southern California accent. I jump from every accent in the book, brother. Give me an accent, I'll try it. Doesn't mean I'll do it well. What up, Real Sways? Trooper Hines, I'm glad I'm here. Hey, we're grateful to have you, bro. Everybody on the Purple app is a Gabagool, whether they're subscribed or not. That's the new declaration I'm making, by the way. Same goes for the Red app. All right? TikTok told me that we need to institute a class system, a caste system. And they said if you want to be one of the, star-bellied sneeches, you need to go be on the Purple and Red apps. I'm playing through Deathloop as well. We should play Deathloop, son. That game is swell. How did you come up with Sven? So it was actually a Hitman. It was these streams led to Sven. We were playing Hitman, and he was just an NPC character that I created. It was like, well, did you get the haircut on your lunch break? I did not know you had the barcode tattoo. And then, like, he's very clearly an assassin. How you doing, Jack? Can we get a fridge tour? I'm down to do that type of video, like a Mr. Shy City type of video. But you gotta let me stock my fridge first, bro. Right now ain't the time for that. What filter do you use for Sven? It's called Goofy Gaze, okay? Not as in like a plural for homosexuals, but as in G-A-Z-E. Shouts to the community. It's almost Pride Month. Big ups to all the communities out there. Hey, however you identify, we're big on identity politics here. Racial hierarchies is what, no, wait, what? No, that's not what we're big on. I'm sorry, I forget. My complexion leads people to think that I might be talking about a different type of hierarchy. My bad. Let me digress real quick. I'm Mexican. There's my identity politics. We always drift into identity politics. I love your Italian American accent. Well, thank you. Where's your filter from? Snap? Yeah, Snap. Mostly Snap. It's Goofy Gaze, G-A-Z-E. I just don't want to get clipped saying it's, you know, out of context. So let me clarify. We love identity politics. We love tribalism. We think it's all about just breaking off into small groups and fighting everybody. That Flozempic was clean, dude. Thank you, accountant. I appreciate you. The more you can divide, the easier you can be conquered. You know what I mean? So I think we're big on that. What up, Maru? Whoa, so much sugar. Can you try it for science? I can try this sugar-free Mountain Dew Zero. Oh, there's no sugar? How is it so sweat? For my birthday, I'm getting a Julius Erving poster. That's gangster. Shouts to the doctor, the original. There's no Michael Jordan without Julius Erving. That's crazy to tell somebody in a public forum, my friend. Instagram's always got the hornies. They've always got just a subsect of humanity. We're gonna try not to address those type of people. How you doing, Ren? Yeah, that goofy gaze, man. Just that goofy stare. Huh? What kind of filter do you use? I actually made the Nigel filter. If you go on Snapchat and search Nigel, I made that shit. I gotta make more filters. We actually just recently downloaded an update for the Snap filter creator. Maybe we could try that on stream one day. What's up, D-Shach? Is it more or cans have gotten smaller? This feels pretty much about the same size. Right? I look like Wreck-It Ralph or some shit. This isn't a mini can. This is a full-sized can. I think I'm just big, dude. Thank you, Joe Swanston. You're in the top 10 Quahog residents. Bro just has giant hands. Not even. Bremen Sugar. I think that's just a really small can. You in NYC? No, Vic. My baby bro's holding down the eastern seaboard in Brooklyn. I'm out here in Los Angeles, born and raised. How you been, Sven? How are the... Oh, Sven, I said. How you doing, Ren? Just one letter off, Ren. How are the streams going? You been going live? Seen that picture of a beer can in Andre the Giant's hands? Yeah. We should recreate that. We should get a mini can and then hold it like it's a regular can and be like, look at how big I am. Anybody want a peanut? You know, type shit. How are things in Alaska, Chase? How's the weather recently? Still cold? Paul Allen, thank you for following. Paul Allen, dude who owned wait, who did Paul Allen own? Was it the Seahawks? Yeah, the Seahawks. Dude, it's the owner of the Seahawks. Or did they sell? He owned. Okay, no. Is Paul Allen dead? Is this a different Paul Allen? Damn, Paul Allen died. R.I.P. Paul Allen. Who's your favorite billionaire, guys? Do you guys have the newest billionaire sports cards? I don't know. Do they have those yet? We talk about billionaires the way we talk about athletes. Maybe we'll, make some changes. What's your favorite Swedish food? Surströmming. What up, Regin Roku? How you doing, Choombah? What up, Nordic Anger? Just an angry or Nordic. Type shit, son. Type shit. What up, Eugen Flynn? That sounds like an Irish person, and I don't think I pronounced the first name right. What's good with you, Flynn? Yogan? So much sugars. Thank you for the roses, Red. It was a nice sunny day, and that's nice. Your Sven vid already has 1,000 likes. Dude, nice. On which platform? Instagram? Knicks and 7? That would be better for the league. That would be better for the league. If I was commissioner, I would be force winning. I would be making the Knicks win these games. Like in my GM, obviously not in real life. You could never rig a sports entertainment league. Oh, wait, you can? Wait. Oh, apparently you can rig. It's kind of like WWE. All the sports leagues are registered as sports entertainment, apparently. I remember when I found that out, I was like, huh. And you can gamble on that shit? That's crazy. We live in a weird timeline, bro. Sports gambling? You can gamble on the president? The most interesting bloggers, yes? Yeah, why do I always have to talk about real shit? What's your favorite sugar-free soda? What's your favorite jeweler? Who's your favorite Swedish person? Felix, what's the name? He's like a F1 driver or IndyCar driver. Felix Rosenqvist. Shouts to that dude. My favorite. I don't know many Swedish people. What's good, KZ MMA? Sorry to ask again. Have you ever checked out Half Sword? No, I haven't. We need to get it. We just got a Foxhole. Different 2-syllable game. We got Foxhole. I enjoy a nice Fresca. Fresca's the OG. And the thing is, Fresca was never like, yo, we're zero sugar. They're just like, hey, we're Fresca. Fresca was always being themselves. I think that's why. I think I'm gonna shift to Fresca. I'm gonna the next couple months here, if I get a little sody, it's gonna be a Fresca. Where's Fresca from? Where is Fresca from? Coca-Cola. Oh, God. Yeah, well, you know. Shouts to Coca-Cola. I need a Coca-Cola sponsorship. Are you kidding me? Remember one time we were making a joke? And we were like, we made a joke about like Coca-Cola over... I was trying to make a joke about like the Dole... You know how Dole kind of took over Hawaii? I was like making a joke that Coca-Cola did that, but like jokingly, obviously in the world of Hitman. And then we Googled it and it was like, no, yeah, Coca-Cola did kind of take over a country. Let me look it up. Why am I so woke today? Shouts to Coos. Shouts to Singing the Blues. Anne Frank or Rosa Parks? Oh, I didn't read the first part. I thought you were just asking me to choose between the two. That's a crazy question. Hey, Diet Coke has so much creme and sugar. You've been asking crazy questions, my friend. What up, Anik? Shouts from Zimbabwe. Big ups to Zimbabwe, dog. Who would win in a twerk off? Damn, a lot of questions here about twerk offs on Instagram. That's why we don't really include Instagram as part of the Gabagools yet. They're very much all Goombahs over there. You need to make the migration to a different platform. Okay? Just like I said, TikTok wants me to institute a caste system. So that's what we're doing. Okay? You're a Goombah, Gabagool, GooMod. And if you're born a GooMod, your family's gonna be a GooMod, and you marry GooMods. Okay? I don't really know the answer to the question, bro. I've never judged one of these competitions you're talking about. How you doing, bro? It's good. The family's good, Wagon. Thank you for a regular question. What up, Sonder Summit? We're talking about the Gabagool caste system. Different classes of viewers. What about Fizzy Bubbly? I've never had that, Mike, but it sounds good. How you doing, Adrian? Big ups to Mikey, Shonda, Lil Caesar. Thanks for the follow. How you doing, Danny Chubbs? Chiquita Bananas, Dole, Nessa. Yeah, you know, corporations, they've been doing corpo shit forever. Obviously, we're talking about Cyberpunk. What about Arasaka's hostile takeover of Switzerland? You guys remember that? Where am I in the caste system? Oh, you're for sure a Gabagool, Sonder. You've been here long enough. I remember you. You make music. Like, I kind of remember you as you're a Gabagool. All right? Shouts to the Gabagools. Gabagool's a good place to be, you know? You don't want to become the political class here. You don't want to go to the Purple app and have to use your Goliath gold to sway votes. Today we're gonna do a vote. We don't usually do a lot of votes. I haven't done them as much recently. But they benefit. There's a certain class of people. If you have Goliath gold, you watch on the Purple app, you accumulate Goliath gold. That's how you can influence the stream. You can choose the next song. How do we add that? A song chooser for like 20,000 Goliath gold. We need to really get this economy stimulated. I digress. Shouts to the casts. How's the kids? The kids are good. It's a weird world we're living in. I wouldn't want to be a little kid right now with iPads and mass shootings and all that stuff. Gabagool, how are you? Where's Sven eating the Bayarria tacos? How about next Tuesday? That's like a little like red button I could just be using right now. The Bayarria taco. I don't know many people who pronounce it the way I do. I'm Mexican, so I actually like to try and pronounce things the way they're pronounced. That's a Bayarria taco. I don't know where those were in my childhood. Like I said yesterday, my Mexican influence is very much regionalized to the beautiful rolling hills of Sinaloa. What rank am I? Mr. West, you're teetering. You're pretty much Gabagool. You've multi-platform support. We know where you're from. We've played 2K. You're a Gabagool, bro. I've never been in a bourgeois cast. Well, welcome, bro. You're officially one of them. And now you're actually a GooMod too, Chase. So just enjoy it. Hopefully the power doesn't corrupt me to my very soul. We've had a lot of people become GooMods and then kind of, drift off. The power makes them wayward. They lose the goo. Bayarria. Not diarrhea. Jesus, Baron. Disgusting. How you doing, Svetlana Sandoval? That's a name right there, huh? That's a multicultural ass name. All right. What are we chatting about? We're talking about Mexican food. We're talking about the socioeconomic state of the world. How you doing, Cool Nut? What up, Mora? Welcome back, Jay Mora. You sometimes play with the Gabagools? Absolutely, we game with the Gabagools, bro. Absolutely. Gabagools get preference when it comes to gaming. We'll game with Goombahs. I'll take risks. I've taken risks and gamed with a Goombah, and they ended up becoming a Gabagool. A Goombah, you know. Thank you for participating in my case study. This is all just a social experiment. Welcome to the star-bellied sneeches, as I said. Do not be sad if you have a plain belly. You're still a sneech. Obviously, this is all very much a joke, and I love you all the same. But TikTok actually was teaching me this. They're like, you need to really divide and conquer your people. I was like, oh, God. Why can't we just all be equal? No, they're like, nope. Some people need to feel like they're more valued by you. I'm like, oh, okay. Had a whole ass seminar, dude. That your real face? Jack, I get it. You have facial dysmorphia with me because I've had so many filters. But yep, this is where we do it. This is where we lift the veil. The veil has been lifted. Thank you for watching my Sven videos. Did you know that we eat sugar bread cake every single day? Did you know that we like to sip on water that's so chlorinated it causes tooth decay? Too much sugar, sweet cheese, and too much cheese, and too much meat, and too much beef. You guys hear what Putin said? Is that just was that a joke? I didn't know Soylent Green was real. I digress. Tell me how you feel. What up, Henry? Henry, the lauded Goombah. Would you rather be Sven or Nigel? Sven. Nigel's, he had that whole coma incident where he did the one chip challenge. He went into a coma. He's tried to rob people for their shoes. I love Nigel, but I think Sven just goes to different places and just is himself and just chills. Nigel's always trying to fit in, bro. You got to be yourself in this world. Would you eat Indian street food for $1,000? Yeah, bro. I'd go there with my brother-in-law and we would eat and I would do it for $10,000. You need to at least, you need to pay for the trip. You need to pay for the lodging. You're going to need to pay for other expenses that may come about. Would you rather eat undercooked chicken or raw steak? Raw steak. I'm good on undercooked chicken. Yeah. I'll eat that meat blue, pause, no diddy, but you know what I mean. I'll eat a blue steak over raw chicken any day. You know what I'll also eat? An ad break. We take them every 30 minutes to keep the pre-rolls away. I don't want somebody clicking on the purple app and the first thing they get is a Doritos ad. No, I want them to see my face. Now, should somebody come in the next 3 minutes or so, well, the first thing they see might be an ad. I'm sorry, but that we run them every 30 minutes, okay? So it's like a schedule. Thanks. My mom was from Nayarit. She loved to make Indo tomatoes. Okay, have you had them? No. No, I have not. What up, Shaggy TV? That sounds delicious, though. I'm trying to travel the world and try all different types of foods. High key. Chicken or beef? The thing is here, I'm kind of like losing my taste for meat, to be honest. Because I saw a video about how sweet cows were, and I was like, damn, I see why certain cultures revere the cow. The cow is a massive beast. It could choose to be violent. It could choose to be a tyrant, but it chooses peace. And what's its reward? It gets slaughtered and eaten. All right? Maybe the cow is like Jesus in a way, okay? I see that now. Where did you come from with the idea of the Euro guy trying food? It's just randomly. The first thing, the Euro video I did where he was like critiquing America was just like him standing at an ATM, a drive-through ATM. And then it just kind of went from there. Eventually we drifted into food and stuff. But yeah, we take an ad break every 30 minutes. And right now is one of the times to do that because I need to stretch, okay? I need to get some water. And then we'll be back in 3 minutes. Enjoy these royalty-free beats. And I'll see you in 3, okay? Oh man, oh my gosh. You guys timed those almost simultaneously with me. That was really good. That was excellent. It's gonna be a good stream. Tomato-based, non-spicy enchiladas. Ooh, yeah, see, that sounds phenomenal. That sounds phenomenal. I feel like you're channeling a real European travel blogger you saw. Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of channeling. I feel like Bashar, but for various global characters. I'd eat Indian street food for free. I mean, I would too. But he brought money into it, you know what I mean? But I would definitely go to India. I got family from India, like I said. My brother, Duran, shouts to Duran. Go follow Innovation Music Studio. This man, the PhD musician, great jazz pianist, and one of my mentors. All right, we'll be right back. Sven will be back in 3 minutes. No ads. Am I hacking? I just pressed the ad button. My bad. Here, one more for you. See y'all shortly. Make sure to hydrate. Then. All right, like I said earlier, the Purple app, all Gabagools. If you watch on the Purple app, you're officially a member of the bourgeois class, as we were saying. Here's the thing. Those people get to choose things. They get to vote on things. All right, so we're going to have a vote for what game we should play first. We're going to play a game in 30 minutes. It's either going to be Cyberpunk or Oblivion. So get to voting. I'm going to go ahead and post that now. You can use your Goliath gold or you can just use your one vote. Either way. Let's get a poll going here. Let's get a vote. New poll. What game should we play first? Cyberpunks 27-7 or Oblivion? Both tremendous games. You got 10 minutes. Get your vote in now. If you're watching an ad, you didn't hear me say that, so then you're not going to vote. Yeah, I didn't run the ad. No, I've heard some people in Belgium just don't get ads. I heard Belgium's the place where they just don't do them. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Good for Belgium. Shouts to Mr. Reckless. Now I'm thinking, is Mr. Reckless, is that a fucking double entendre? Is that a like Mr. Reckless, Miss Directless? Interesting. I had to create a superstar icon pop music named Sven. Really? Nice. Well, now I'm going to steal that idea, Jam Schmidt. Congratulations. Sven is doing Eurovision or whatever that competition is. Get Sven into Europop Vision. Sven can make music too. Let's see. Swedish type beat. Let's see what we get from that. Even though Sven's not Swedish. Sven is not Swedish. Let's remember that. All right, here we go. Svensk rap instrumentals. Svensk. Whoa. Yeah. Is he a Finn? He's a little bit of everything. His family were nomadic. Hold on. His family was nomadic travel vloggers. He's from a long line of travel vloggers. So he very much was influenced by a lot of the Scandinavian, the Baltics. He was, everywhere up there in Europe. He's very Europeanly traveled. I released my first song on SoundCloud. Hell yeah, bro. Put it in the Discord. We'll react to it on Music Monday. Aye. Yeah. I do not like this bit. All right, let's put Norwegian type bit. Let's see what we get, because I do not like these Swedish type bits. Ooh, yeah. Like a Nordic fairy tale. Ooh. What too much sugar, ooh. Chlorinated water. Chlorinated water. American's father. Why bother? I feel like a Viking, but I am trying to hide the vision of passions and everyone lying. Whoa, hello, Thomas. Make me a promise. I was eating lobster with the Obamas. Sasha and Malia. And the Secret Service was asking, who is this giant Sven guy? And I said that my parents are very big donors to your cause. Sven's family has generational wealth. Yeah. Generational wealth. Yeah, Sven's family has generational wealth. Is this like a treehouse of horror, or is he actually loaded? How do we know? I don't know. Is Sven actually from the streets? It's the opposite. I do not have generational wealth, but I'm trying to speak into existence. Listen. That's the sound of creme. That's the sound of them. Way too much sugar and way too much sweet. Americans, get on your feet. You need to move. Please. We need to get people moving. Do not be sitting too much. That's why we take ad break, and we are back now from ad break. Hello? Give me 2 random artists. I'll do first. Let's say Radiohead. Nas type bit. Let's see what we get here. Yeah! Sven could be new money. Yeah, I think Sven's gonna be more new money. He doesn't have that old school class. We already have old money characters like, Trust Fund Tristan's kind of more new money, but Malcolm, we have Malcolm. The creme is very sweet. Hello, Jemison. Hello. Mr. Singh, how are you doing? Sven is trying to be what parents want him to be, but Sven could never see what it means. America has too much chemical. Americans are poison and pollute. They have wax on all their fruit. This is a fact, not an absolute. I did not say that he was a successful travel vlogger, Chase. He could have been a really bad one who only got like 100 views. Ooh. And I'm succeeding even though I'm just doing what they wanted me to do. You look better with the Sven filter, put it on. That's not an option, my friend. Even if I had the snap filters, I could only do like Vito, Sal, I know that was an insult, but I'm going to keep it earnest with you. And I do not have access to this filter on my computer. I'm sorry. But we can still do the voice. Wugazi? I didn't know that. That's awesome. So much sugar. Where's so many sugar? What, wizard? Why? Why? Part of Discord do I put it in? I would say the music part. You got music you want to share, put it in the music part. The more underground, the better. The less, you know, I'm not trying to get DCMA type shit. So, you know, if you're an underground artist, post your shit in our Discord. We'll react to it on Music Mondays. All right. Today's Freestyle Friday, though, so we're freestyling. We also have a vote on the Twitch. If you go to the chat, you can vote for what game we're going to play first. Right now, it is all Cyberpunks. Okay, very many Cyberpunk votes. We have 2 Cyberpunk, and we have 1 Oblivion vote. So you go with whatever game you want to see me play at the top of the hour. You can vote for it on the Purple app. Go to the Purple app. That's where you become a Gabagools. That's where the first step in ascension occurs. Do the British voice. Hey, you know, buy a bloody cameo, mate. Buy a bloody cameo. Go give a company $40 and then I'll get 20 of it. And what did they do? What did the bloody cameo people do to deserve half? Bloody half? 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 Don't buy a cameo. Just hit me up on Instagram DMs. Hit me up on Instagram DMs. I'll send you a video. We'll do it for half the price. Cut out the middleman, all right? I've heard Uber drivers recommend doing this type of shit too. Just tell them like, yo, I'll give you this much money if you just drive me to the place and we don't actually do the... And a lot of them won't do it apparently. I don't use Snapchat, so I was wondering where the Sven filter came from. Yeah, it's all Snapchat. Snapchat, I don't use that for anything other than the filters though, you know? So if you add me on there, you're not expected. I probably should post stuff on there though. I heard Snapchat people make money. Like I heard you make good money off Snapchat. I had a former Vine like teen star try to reach out to me. I don't know if it was real. It was through his official Instagram account to try and like get me affiliated on Snapchat. But then they would have like in perpetuity, they would take a percentage of my earnings on Snapchat. Maybe I should have done that, but you know, I didn't really know the creator, bro. I'd never heard of him. But apparently he was big. I think he might have just sold his account or gotten scammed or something. My street senses told me not to do it. My little Spidey sense, my Davy sense was like, yeah, don't do that. That don't sound right. Friend brought him out of the trenches. That's what I'm saying. Sven put his family on, and that's the goal. Oh, duh, my bad. No, you're good, Henry. My bad. Gang Beast. Yeah, dude, that shit looked fun. That was a PS4 game? Like, how old is Gang Beast? Smart not to do it, in my opinion, too. Yeah, I don't know, you know, just in perpetuity sounded kind of crazy. They actually reached back out and were like, hey, we'll do this without the perpetuity part. And I was like, yeah, I don't trust it. The dude didn't even meet with me. Like, you're gonna schedule a meeting with me and then not be in the meeting? I don't know. I don't know. Dude, what is this beat? This beat makes me feel like I'm about to play a fucking football game in Texas for the state championship. And then I'm gonna lose. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Chick who I follow out here collects the chickens and eggs. She makes good money on Snapchat. Hey, get money, get paid. Hey, what up, Diarmo? Thank you for the follow, Diarmo. Here it's only a minute and a half. Your song? That's what's up, bro. So much creme. How you doing, Shosho? Welcome to the Purple Apps. This is where you can vote for what game we are going to play. Where it looks like Cyberpunk is going to win. Oh, actually, Cyberpunk already won. All right, we're playing Cyberpunk at the top of the hour. I guess we'll play Oblivion later. What's up, Sugar Lord? I appreciate y'all for your patience. We have not been going live at the times I said I was going to go live, okay? We've been going live at noon. It's chalk it up to internet. We've been having some Zoom meetings in the mornings. I don't want to compete with the bandwidth, you know? So, yeah, we're just improvising like we always do. Not a lot of scripting, but hey, 9 a.m., 6 p.m. still going to be the schedule. Stay tuned for that. It's Dearmo is how you say it. Okay. Hello, Dearmo. Not Diaremo. Dearmo? Because we're going to try some Diarrhea tacos later. Make sure to stay tuned for that video as well. I've seen plenty of Elder Scrolls. I'm low-key rooting for Cyberpunk. Hell yeah, there you go, bro. Cyberpunk's phenomenal. What's good, Johnny Moon? Violation detected. End live now to avoid suspension. Oh no. IP1234 literally just said he's gonna ban me. No. How you doing, Jesus Duran? And the rapping sounds really cool over the different music. Well, thanks, Jam Schmidt. Swedish tacos are goated. I'm gonna try a Swedish taco one day, and I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it. Just like I enjoyed the Spud Bros beans, potato, tuna. I thought that shit was fire, bro. The tuna adds a different element. I'm definitely down to try different things. You ever play Oblivion today? Fantasy Friday, perhaps? I mean, Case, we had a vote. Were you the Oblivion vote? We literally hosted a poll. I was saying, and I think only 2 people voted. With the tuna, mate. On TikTok, yeah, we're gonna be playing it on TikTok. We're gonna be playing it on all the platforms. In about 16 minutes or so. What up, Capone? You just got Ian Capone. Ian Capone. I'm from Ireland. Hell yeah. Is my friend. He told me about you. Hell yeah, dear Mo. Dude, I missed the vote. Hey, but we're still going to play Oblivion as well, bro. We're going to do both today is what I was saying. We're just going to start with Cyberpunk. I love me some tacos. Tacos are good. I like a good taco. I like to eat. I like enchilada. I like rajas. So much creme. Yeah, dude, I'm a sour cream kind of gringo. It happens. Hey, you doing today? TGIF. Your money get paid. Hey, you doing today? I knew that they may. I knew that they tripping. I knew that they talked to the feds. I knew that they there. I knew who they was. I knew it, but still I just standing there trying to shrug like, I feel like for this, tacos, burrito. No hablo español un poquito. How are you doing? I'm doing quite well. Ringing the bell. All of the creme. How you doing, Sean? Not Sheen. Sean is not related to Charlie Sheen. Apparently Charlie Sheen is a fucking creep, dude. Who would have thought? The guy who got really famous and viral for smoking crack. I digress. I like your freestyle, Mr. Goliath, but I was still on my Wugazi recommendation. Go put the Wugazi in the Discord, bro. That way we can react to it on Music Monday. I just found out there was a super band that I never even knew about. It had like Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, George Harrison, the dude from ELO. Like it was like I'd never even heard of them. I think that's kind of cool. Just to jam. You're not even really trying to make no money. The Traveling Wilburys, yeah, I never even heard about them. What up, Duck? Sheen for president, okay. Chien, I owe you, Professor. Roy Orbison was in it too? Roy Orbison. Thanks for liking the live. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being in Ireland. We're starting to grow a nice little Irish contingency here, folks. The beautiful thing. How you doing, Scott? We're a global cartel of kindness. I need to hear this band, right? The Traveling Wilburys. Thank you, Jam Schmidt. He knew right away who I was talking about. Here. Boom. Can you explain the tears of my friends? Yeah, bro. So people like you who just got here, you're called a Goombah, right? That means anybody who tunes in, leaves a comment, likes the live, whatever, the Goombah. And if you're, you start to hang around more, we get to know you, you become a Gabagool. And then if you become a moderator, you're a GooMod, okay? You could say you're Dublin. Hey, big ups to Dublin. Big ups to Cork. Big ups to the Irish. Tom Petty, George Harrison were kind of I got in trouble because I said Charlie Sheen smoked crack. I'm sorry, TikTok, you're right. Hey. 我们是当时你心闪闪 Would you like a shower? Thunder Monkey, thanks for the follow. Hey, TikTok, I was just referencing a very well-known celebrity. I was not advocating for the use of regulated goods, but I understand why you're being reticent and why you're calling me out for being and restricting me. So we might have to restart the live in a little bit, guys. But my visibility is restricted now, which you know how to get rid of that, guys? You start the live over. You just start it over completely. We might just have this be the Friday Yap Sesh, and then we'll start the stream over and play Cyberpunk. How about that? We'll title it Futuristic Friday. Sorry for referencing Charlie Sheen. That you know what? It's 2025. That's a dated reference anyway. Who's talking about Charlie Sheen in 2025? That's what I want. And I hope you know I'm contrite, TikTok. I'm extremely contrite. I'm remorseful for referencing a fact. Sorry about that. Sorry. Never talk about facts. How you doing, Thunder Monkey? You're awesome. Been following since your first Flowzempic freestyle. Hell yeah, man. We just brought him out the woodwork again. First time catching your live. I love how wholesome your content is. Thank you, man. Not all wholesome, but we definitely do dabble in the wholesome. I appreciate you, bro. Shouts to humility. How will Sven circumnavigate UN sanctions on the People's Republic of Korea? You know, Sven is able to do what he wants because Sven has the gift of gabs, yes? High charisma stat, you know? Very much able to do what I want to do. You know, if I were to do this, because I would circumnavigate, because this is how I roll. I've listened to the Traveling Wilburys for so long, I never knew who it was. Nice, man. Shouts to Thunder Monkey. Shouts to all the new Goombahs and Gabagools and all the legends. We're going to tapping too helps with the algorithm. Yeah, tap the screen. Scott, thank you for the heart me. Welcome to the Goombahs. You're officially a Goombah. Yeah, sometimes you just got to sing your way out of being in trouble. I'm so sorry, TikTok. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm sorry. We didn't mean to wefwin. We didn't mean to wefwins. A real thing. You never wefwin something that happened. Wait away. Can't you tell I'm sorry? Can't you tell I'm sorry? But yeah, at the top of the hour, we're gonna go ahead and restart this shit. One of those quick restarts. I appreciate you, Ass Master. Tell them you're contrite. I was trying to let them know I'm contrite, bro. I don't think they saw it. I don't think they think so. I'm sorry, TikTok. Man, I went and killed the vibe. I'm that one cousin who goes and says something too crazy at the cookout. And now you got people debating shit, the nature of reality and shit. I made it awkward. I didn't stick to the rules. You should never mention crack. I meant to say there was a crack in my back when I stood up today. That I stretched really well and it went and it felt really good. That's what I meant to say. Obviously, you took me out of context. TikTok, context is key. Don't you understand? All right, we're not gonna harp on this. He has a golden heart. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, Sven has a golden heart. You gotta have one of those in this world. Charlie Sheen was his chiropractor. Hey, now, no. Pause. That's where I draw the line, Jam. What Charlie Sheen has done, he can't keep getting away with. Yeah, dude, did you hear like what was it with the Corys were saying he did? Like, bro, if that shit's true, bro, which like, why would somebody lie? You got to believe people who go through that type of shit. You know what I mean? And who he's friends with? Apparently, really good friends with the dude. Yeah, that's why our TikTok live's getting shut down, because we're too adjacent to talking about real shit. What's your favorite sugar-free soda? What's your favorite? You guys see, you know, he's best friends with the dude from that, you know, that Drake and Josh kid had like sued, and then everybody came out to support the dude from Hollywood. They all wrote like character witness letters and shit. Like, yeah, I think Charlie Sheen was cut from that cloth, unfortunately, but we can't talk about that. We're not Hannibal Buress. We can't just drop some already known knowledge on the world the way that he did with Bill Cosby. You know what I mean? Corey Feldman's been saying that shit for decades. Yeah, exactly, bro. And everyone's just like, that guy's just a fucking crazy person. The background is Land of Americas? Yeah, of course. It's definitely America's. America loves freestyle so much. Yes, we do freestyles, and we also talk about very trivial things. But I digest. Got my stream all shadow banned because we said it from the chest. the family crest. Sven's the best. I've never ate snuffle. What's snuffle? Bubba Yumble Orange Light. Ooh. No, you're good, Jam Schmidt. Sorry, I took that seriously. It was a joke. I know it was a joke. I saw Arrival yesterday. You guys ever see Arrival? Solid movie. I live in a house. I thought it was Fantasy Friday. Yeah, we're going to play that later today. We're going to start with Futuristic Friday. What up, Original? How you doing? We're going to go ahead and end this one in a little bit here. Title it Yap Session or whatever. And then when we start, we'll just start playing Cyberpunk. Or maybe we'll do a whole nother hour Yap Session to start that stream. I'm cool with yapping. I'm chill with just yapping. I could yap away. It's just every once in a while we drift into conversations that we shouldn't have. The Snuffle? Am I pronouncing it right? It's a classic Danish cake for eatings when taking a break from free healthcare. Nice. Yeah, the burden of free healthcare does get tiresome because it's just like, I can do anything, you know? Americans live out here kind of in a fight, flight, or freeze state where it's like, dude, I want to jump off this cliff and parachute, but I can't afford the hospital. Over there, man, you can just do whatever you want. You play Rocket League only like once or twice. Never really got into it. Favorite candy? Yes, what is your favorite candy, everybody? I had the dream that I ate a Snicker bar last night. The advertisements are coming into my slips. Hello, Jonathan Johnson. How you doing? My TikTok live is overflowing. Slow motion. I'm actually pronouncing it surprisingly well. Well, thank you. How you doing, Paulie? Can't believe you don't look like the average European all the time. What do you mean? This is the face I do when I do Sven. Oh, wow, yes? Must have been all that pretending to be Swedish. Well, technically Sven's not Swedish. He's more of like, he's just European. He's a blend of multicultures. Different lived experiences, different places he spent time as a child. Different foods he ate. I fucking love that shit. Right? Hey, oh yes. And then there's this one. This is Nigel. I don't like the way people. They're always taking the piss, mate. You're funny, my boy. I'm glad you made the TikToks. Hell yeah, Vincent. I appreciate you, dog. And shouts to Can't Ban This. What happened? I'm recruiting an Irish army. Don't you have one of those already? Ben's a sleeper soldier, right? Like Josh Block when they say put the fries in the bag. Somebody's going to say the wrong thing to Sven. Put the surströmming in the bag. And then he's just going to start running around. You know Sven is about 6'9". Okay? He's a big guy. Sven's a big dude. People don't realize that. He's a bit like Rolf from Ed, Edd n Eddy. A little bit, yeah. He's like an amalgamation. Like, what's the dude from that 70s show? Fez. Foreign exchange student. Fez. Literally just... They don't take the time to actually give him a place where he's from. They just like... It's kind of like that. It's like Fez. Remember back then, everybody was like, dude, that dude Eric was just so standoffish and not chill. He didn't want to hang out with any of his co-stars. And then you find out like what all his co-stars were up to. Oh, man. Shouts to Flight Risk. That dude was hilarious in Flight Risk, by the way. Life has many doors, Ed boy. I'm telling you. So many doors, so many windows. Kyle, thank you for the heart me, bro. You've already been a Gabagool, but now it's official. Huh. It's epic. My next sentence. Repenting with repentance. How will Sven undermine the Tanzanian democracy? Never this. I would never, ever. Please, do I look like the type of person to do this? I do think the future belongs to oddly specific stereotypes presented through short-form content, right? That's kind of like the next Hollywood. Remember during the Great Depression, Hollywood was still thriving? Well, during the next one, it's going to be the filter comedians who keep the economy afloat. I'm telling you. Make sure to buy all of my cryptos, Goliath coin, Sal shekel, Sven Porter. Just buy all of them. And they're going to be the future global currency of the world, I promise. All pump, no dump. Don't be a chump. It's the only way. Get some generational wealth today. What up, Just Monte? Hey, that kind of rhymed. Big ups to Kyle Bethel. We're going to restart the live because we got in trouble for talking about crack cocaine. So we're going to go ahead and end it. We were just talking about it within the context of Charlie Sheen back when he was talking about using it. He was able to do that on daytime TV, but I mentioned that and I get in trouble. So we're going to go ahead and end the live. I love you. I'm sorry, though. I'm very sorry about it. I will never do this again. We will never discuss regulated goods because that shit's terrible. Even though you let me play a game where we manufactured regulated goods for like literally 30 hours a couple weeks ago, you know, I'm not going to complain about it. Remember that Schedule 1 phase? TikTok had no problem then, but it's okay. You can't mention it when it's about Charlie Sheen. We're collapsing the economy with this one. Hey, you already know, son. We're gonna find a nice slice of land. We're gonna live off the fat of the land. No tiger blood allowed, never. We're not allowed to talk about that. Does Sven have a green card? Or hey, why would you ever bring this up? Especially with this administration. Sven made the proper donation. What was it, like 100,000, 500,000? How much to purchase? You can just purchase now. Did you not know this? So yes, because of who I am, I was able to purchase. Then went from being in prison for election fraud to being let out and given a green card, a Sven card, yes. Blessings upon you and staying away from evil spirit of crack. Yes, evil spirits. All right, TikTok, thanks for killing the vibe, but we're gonna start the live over and then the vibe will be reignited. You could never extinguish a vibe here because we cultivate it from the roots. You know what I mean? We're not building a house on sand, son. We're building a house on a solid foundation. I can say what I want because my name's David. You know what I mean? That means I'm beloved by God. Therefore, God forgives me, and so should you. Anyway, forgive me because I am learning. I want him to stay. Hey, no, I was just messing around, Taggers. It's a subject right now. People are, you know, that's a serious thing in my country right now. I want him to stay. We all want him to stay, but sometimes you got to go. Sometimes you need to try a new place. Then visits Chongqing, China. Huh? Then visits Turkey. Then visits Kazakhstan. All right, we'll be right back. He was right. It is time for an ad, so we're going to run an ad. We'll see y'all in a minute. And I'm also going to end the stream. This is the end of part 1, the Yap session. Stick around if you want to be here for part 2. We're going to restart the live so that TikTok gets off my balls, bro. Get off my ball, please. Just kidding. I'm just playing, of course. I am doing a role. This is all satirical, yes? We will be back in just a minute. Do not go anywhere or do. Wherever, if you need to live, live. If you don't want to live, hey, if you don't want to live, you could stay. But you do not need to talk about your knot. Okay, that's not funny. Sugar, yes? We'll be right back. We'll be right back. That's actually a really good idea, MB Ultra. Yeah, and then he talks about all the people in his country and how his country's losing its culture. All right, we'll be right back. I hope you enjoyed this hour-long video. If you're watching this in the future, you need to watch in the present. Be more mindful, okay? If you're watching this, like you scroll upon my profile and you see this, if you do that, if you come here and you're like, hey, this is the future, this is not a live broadcast I'm watching right now. Yeah, you should have been here. You're missing out. You should be feeling retroactive FOMO right now. We'll be back. I'm literally going to end the stream and start it right over. Be right back. You see that natural storytelling?